So today, I'm going to talk about horror mangas that are not by Junji Ito. I'm actually a big fan of Junji Ito myself, and I've started reading it probably about 10 years ago.
I'm too old for this shit.
But there are other artists that I really like that has been for every week, confirmed there will be a defining anime or manga that you stick through like a fucking gospel or some shit. But I do quite like Junji Ito as a whole. Probably Tomie is my favorite one. But today, I'm gonna talk about horror mangas or psychological horror mangas other than Junji Ito. Okay, so my all-time favorite psychological horror manga has to be Akunohana, and it means Flower of Evil. Akunohana is basically one of piece of work that I really like a lot, even until now. It talks about a bit of coming of age in this guy in his own world, and he likes this piece of work called Flower of Evil. So he likes this poet and stuff like that, and then he's kind of like a mediocre guy, a guy that's in the background who doesn't really stand out in school, and I guess that's one of his way of clinging on to making himself feel special, unique. And then he likes this girl in class who is, in his words, his muse. And the way he described his muse is it's very romanticized. It's very romanticized to the point that it's in a way that it's almost delusional. And then shit happens. So the defining moment of the thing is where he went to school one day to pick up the book that he forgot, and then he found the girl's bloomer. He was gonna put it back, but then like all humans, he made a mistake. Basically, he freaked out when someone was coming at the door or some shit, and then he took the thing home. So the next day, the school found out that the girl's bloomers is stolen, which is, it's a perverted and a bit of creep kind of thing. So he got into this dilemma of oh shit, now how he's gonna put it back. But at the same time, he's also I'm not that kind of guy, and he's going on this despair of Akunohana just brings you into a whole new world of despair that you never knew that you'll be into or will be experienced. But then some parts is it catches you because it's very relatable. It's relatable in the sense where it can happen to anyone, and you wouldn't know how you would react. And I guess this is how he reacted. The plot goes on where the Nakamura girl found out about him having the bloomers, and because of his own guilt and not to be found out and fear and anxiety and all tons of shit mixed together, she forces him to do things that he normally wouldn't do, and then he gets sucked in into this whole thing, and it just got messy, and messy in a way you're oh my god, just stop. If you stop doing anything, nothing would happen. But you also want to see what they will do because it's so fucking interesting and mind-fucking. And the thing about this manga is it makes you go into the head of the character, and think that is what really caught me about Akunohana. It's it's addictive, you want to know what's happened next, but at the same time you feel guilty for consuming it, but it's so addictive that you continue. It just go on, and the manga, it's you think that with every event or the mangaka is not able to top it even more, but no, it just goes even more batshit crazy. It's a strangely addictive psychological horror manga in the sense of it's not horror in a serial killer term, but it's horror in a way that it mind fucks you. It fucks your brains over, and you fuck it over and over and over again, and you don't know how long it's gonna fuck you over. It's mind fucking. It's not a thriller horror of a serial killer chasing you and stuff like that, but it's more it's a fucks in your mind in psychological or sociological or whatever jiggle way. So the next author that you should definitely check out other than Junji Ito is Kago Shintarou. So Kago Shintarou does sexual gore manga, but then I do not count it as I count it as horror, but I don't count it as psychological horror because maybe I'm fucked up.
Walk out the door, you see someone that you know and they ask you how you are, and you just have to say that you're fine.
It doesn't really fuck with my mind in that sense. It's very addictive and strange to read. It's mostly erotic, sexual one, but erotic in a way of it doesn't turn you on. It just makes you go what the fuck? And there's one manga that I remember that's about hemorrhoids and how it just continue and go on and went on, and the way it does it is, it's very, I don't even know the word is unique or not, but it's very addictive to read, definitely, but it's not Junji Ito style, definitely. It's and what the fuck am I reading? Just what the fuck am I reading? Okay.
Nice.
But I do enjoy it, and I read it a long time ago. Maybe I'll read it again because I'm running out of horror manga to read at this point. But Kago Shintarou is one of the other authors that you should check out as well. Then, my recent favorite of psychological horror manga and a bit of gore and a bit of arrow is DeadTube. So So it was introduced by my girlfriend, and it's been a long while where I just freaking read through an entire manga series and finished it. It's not done yet, it's still updating, but the updates are very slow. Basically, the main protagonist is into film, and then like he never really get anything that, I don't know, catch his eye for filming. Like everything is boring until he found this. But he's actually a pretty normal guy with guilt initially until he gets his camera on. In DeadTube is that you film fucked up shit such as like killing people, raping people, and every fucking sort of fucked up shit that you can find. Then you upload onto it to get the most views, and then you get money out of it. The thing is, certain types of violence get more views, so you actually have to get it more popular, because if you fall out of the ranking, you actually have to pay for everything. So you can't afford to do that, so you're pushed to do even more fucked up thing, because when you join, you can't back out from it. But as the plot continues, like you realize that, oh my god, like it's all kind of like connected, and the main girl is so fucking insane, and she probably suffer from like main protagonist like syndrome because she cannot fucking die. So it's a very strangely addictive piece of work that you read that you're like, why the fuck am I horny? I'm just confused, but it's so good, and you just continue consuming it, reading to find out like what's next and stuff like that, because it's not just like, oh, film / kill and like that's it. I don't know, man, like you gotta give it a go lah, okay? Just give it a go. So the other one that I saw anime man recommending was Jinman, so I decided to give it a go. It's pretty good, but it didn't really make like such a huge impact on me. Like I didn't read it and be like, holy shit, what the fuck did I just read? Or like, holy shit, you know, it just fucked with my mind. Like it didn't, but I think it still deserves a spot in a sense of how disturbing it is to see human faces on animals. Basically it's Planet of the Apes but gore version and like a whole jungle version or some shit. But I think it's definitely, you can check it out and let me know what you think. On my part it's okay, it's fine. So the other one that you should definitely check out that is by the same author of Akunohana is Inside Mari. So Inside Mari is the normal shenanigans of where it goes, you know, girl and guy switch bodies and then some funky erotic shit happen, it's comedic, slice of life. But no, Inside Mari decided to take it a whole new level, and like it basically mindfuck you in a way that you never thought that you'd be mindfucked being in a girl's body. And I don't know, man, it just brings you into the character mind again, and this went on a spiral into the rabbit hole and you just never climb back up. But it's definitely a good read. It's like very close to one of the defining manga that I have in my life. Do it and you should definitely check it out. And for the last one is a manhwa. It's not a manga, but it's called Bastard, and I think you can read it on webtoon, because last time I used to read it on webtoon. It's about the main protagonist is like a wimpy little kid, and his father is a serial killer, and he knows about it, and he's an accomplice since young. The father has been killing women, and he's been helping his father mask it up or lure the women and kill them, and don't know what he does with it. Okay, that's for you to find out in the manhwa. So anyway, we have come to the end of this video. If you like my content, please like and subscribe. Let me know in the comments what other psychological horror manga that I can read, because I'm running out of it, and currently I'm not really reading any psychological horror manga because I can't find any good one. So please let me know in the comment.